Hey guys, this is a story time. I don't know, I figured I'd try something new. I've done some dumb crap before, it might be fun. I'm kind of past the prime on story time, so this might have been like big on YouTube like 5 years ago. But someone somewhere is probably like, hey, I want a story time. No one does them anymore. Just trying to listen to some dumb people get themselves into stupid situations, and that's what I'm about to get. So sit back, enjoy, and don't do anything I do, cause dude, I've learned from it. And when things can go bad, they will go bad. I promise. So let's get right into it. This is about my first time walking into town. It wasn't that bad. It was all right, I guess. So I get hit up from this girl I used to go to school with maybe like 7 years ago. So I'm like, oh, that might be fun because it's middle of quarantine. I've just been inside for like 4 months. I'm dead inside. I've just been playing like Fallout New Vegas for like 4 months in isolation and working out. It's not the move. So I'm like, okay, let's go walk somewhere. It's like midsummer. I get down there. I had to walk like 2 miles down the track, so I'm sweating dick. I'm just awful. So I get over there. I haven't seen her in a very long time, like upwards of a couple years. I think it was like 4 years exactly. And she's hanging out with her friend. I've never met them. Haven't seen her in forever. They had a little garage sale going. I'm just like, oh, this won't be that bad. I'll stop in. I'll say hi. I'll have to walk my lazy ass back home. It's not horrible. Not a bad day. You get to do something. But I get there and I'm just like, hey, what's up? They give me some water because it's hot as hell. And they bring down their gecko and shit. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then they go, yo, I'm hungover as shit. And I guess the night before they drink like a ton of Fireball. And I just like during that time, I just didn't drink at all. I'm not like a drinking person. So either way, they were just like, oh, I'm hungover as shit. And they're in the garage of the garage sale, and it's like 80 degrees outside, blaring down sun. They're squinting. They look like slugs, dude. And I'm like, oh, that sounds rough. And they're like, oh, I'm never drinking again. Like generic shit. So my buddy that they know who actually is in town, I met him through another person. Like we were like close friends at all. I was like, oh, you know him? And they're like, yeah. I was like, yo, we should hang out with him. And they were like, oh, okay. So we hang out with him. They hit him up. He spends forever getting there, but we finally go over to his house, like across the street. And we get in there and we get to his backyard, and like it was just like it was ghetto as shit. Like I've like never been there, didn't know him, didn't know the people. His mom didn't speak any English. She was all like really pissed. We were like in her house. So we're in the backyard and he's like, hey, you want some gin? And I'm just like, nah, I'm cool. I'll babysit. Like I still have to walk home. Not really a drinker. I'll probably just get sick. And he's like, all right, no worries. So the girls get their hands on this gin, and it's like 60 proof, and they just go out on their asses. It destroys them. And but within like an hour, the girl's friend I knew, she went inside his house to go use the restroom, I think. But in like 30 minutes, we just hear screaming. She's screaming my buddy's name, just top of her lungs, laying in the middle like hallway of this dude's house. His whole family's in there. His grandpa, his mom, his sisters, both of his brothers. They were just watching her just like die on the carpet. And we're like, okay, we have to go help. And we're trying to help, Come on, get up, get up. You gotta get up. You gotta go. You can't just like lay here and scream. And she's like, oh. But we get her up and we get him to my buddy's sister's room. She was pretty chill about the whole thing. So we get her in there, and then his mom comes in and she starts screaming. She's like, all of you now, like gone, out. All of you out right now. So we're like, I'm not gonna push it. Like it's our house, so we get out of there and we get back in the backyard because we don't really have anywhere else to go. So we're back there. They're both drunk, and the less drunk of the girls, my friend, she's like, here, you should drink some water, and she hands it to the other girl, and the other girl's like, no, and she slaps it, and then she like steps on the bottle. So the less drunk girl gets up and she just smacks her as hard as she can. And she's like, oh, like all drunk because she didn't really feel it. And everyone's like, no, 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 like she's drunk, she's stupid, she doesn't know, like don't be hitting her. It's fine. She's like, oh, she's stupid though. And we're like, no, no, it's chill, it's okay, just like relax. So we sit there. They try sobering up. It's like 5 in the afternoon that they're doing this. So like both of them are just like, oh, sleepy time. And we're like, no, 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 no. Like come on, just stay awake, just burn through it. And it was a train wreck. Friend, the less drunk of the ones, her friend's dad called and he was like, yo, you need to be home right now. So immediately, she sobers up a little and she's like, okay, we have to go. So they just get up and boom, just like that, they're gone. Drink all the gin, laid on his floor. They screamed, they traumatized his family, and then they just dipped. And we're all sitting there like, okay. And my buddy's other buddy came by, the one who I found this friend through, whose backyard we were in. He was like, yo, dude, that was horrible. I don't really like hanging out with them. And I'm like, yeah, neither do I. But we kept hanging out with them throughout the entire summer. All right, just so let me know if you like the story time. You know, even if you didn't, it's like you don't have to do anything really. I don't really care. But I hope you enjoyed it. It was fun. You know, let me know if you want more, because I got tons of stories, especially from those chicks.